Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live Hemingway Jones Fountain Pen Show, our little corner of the internet where we talk about fountain pens, inks, journals, and journaling, and just about anything and everything that's going to keep you inspired. Welcome to the show. This is going to be an unbelievably exciting, crazy, over the top, contradictory perhaps show. So I promise you one thing, it will not be boring. So we'll keep it rolling. We have about an hour to spend together as we always do. I see a lot of the usual suspects are here. I want to thank everyone that's already online, especially the members of this channel. Without you guys, there is no channel. So thank you for keeping the lights on, keeping me motivated and on the straight and narrow. So thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I also want to mention we were going to have our first Illuminati member on this evening, but scheduling, I waited a little long to ask. It just didn't work out, but we're going to do that very soon. I'm going to have some Illuminati members on, talk quickly about pens. I think you guys will like that. I know I certainly will, so that's exciting. And we're going to do another Zoom meeting in a couple weeks. So lots of fun benefits to being a member of the channel. Also, if you're watching these every week and you haven't subscribed, 40% of you that watch this have not subscribed. Please just hit the bell. Is it a bell that you subscribe? Hit the subscribe button and the bell. Hit whatever you want. Just come along on this journey with us, okay? So I see some wonderful people here. Kaylee, Bell Boots, the mighty lad, Gardner, Kurt, my good friend, and Wolf Kate Witch, who I must mention. Wolf Kate Witch. Look what came today. So Wolf Kate Witch sent me this lovely Jinhao pen. Look at this thing. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Not only is it gorgeous, but it has a very special nib. It has a bent nib. So I think you can just about make that out. So I can do some really funky calligraphy with it. Now, do you guys know what this nib's called? It's a Fude nib, right? So I was asking, if I do a review of this or I critique it, does that make me a food critic? Hey now, sorry. You know, I became a dad for the jokes. It's true. Anyway, so very happy to be here. I've got to recover from that somehow. Sorry. So we're going to talk about a lot of different things. You must have seen the thumbnail. So the big thing is, did I do something crazy? I do crazy things from now and then. Did I do something crazy? I can guarantee you there's a story behind it. I think you'll find it really interesting. We're going to go through it. And there's going to be a bit of an unboxing tonight too, because I have all this stuff around me and I want to share it with you. And it ties into a lot of the narratives, both whether or not I've contradicted myself and some other things that are coming up. So I think you're going to find this very, very interesting. So, but yeah, Wolf Kate Witch, thank you so much for sending that pen. Absolutely lovely of you. Your generosity's amazing. Touches me. Thank you. You're a huge supporter of this channel. And now that I said your name, you kind of reminded me of something that I wasn't going to talk about this evening, but I think I will. So I'm about this close from committing to absolutely 100% being at the DC Pen Show next year. Now, I realize it's almost a year from now, but these years are just lapping, aren't they? So before you know it, it will be summer again, and we'll all be ready. So I know it's August 1st to the 4th. It's in Washington, D.C., ergo the name. And I think I'm bringing my entire clan, the whole fam, so you can meet everyone. You see Helen and my daughter and everyone. And I'll let you guys know when we're booked and we're absolutely 100% going. And what I'd love to do, since I know it's a huge event, and if I just say, hey, I'll see you there, I won't see you there because there's so many people. And I want to see you there. That's the point. So I'm going to tell you all that I'm going and where I'll be, and we can meet up and say hello. I can shake all your hands and get to know you in person. So massive Hemingway Jones channel meetup at the Washington, D.C. Super Pen Show. That looks like it's going to happen, but I will let you know when it's 100%. There might be another occasion before then, but certainly that's the one I'm aiming for right now. Why? It takes a long time for me to plan anything. I'm one of those people, I don't know if it has something to do with some of my struggles that I've shared with you guys, but I really need to feel comfortable about things before I do them. There were times when I would go to certain restaurants and I would circle the building a couple times. I'd sort of hang out. I'd have to feel like I could go in. I couldn't just walk in. Now, one thing I notice is when I travel, all that anxiety is gone. When I'm traveling, I'm fearless. The other time it's gone is when I'm at work. When I'm at work, I'm fearless. But when I'm kind of home and I'm on my own, when my family's not around, I have to feel really comfortable to do anything. And that includes when I commit to traveling. So once I'm traveling, I'm good. So weird fact about me, but it's just how I am. So I would love to see you guys. Looks like I'm not going to Orlando. I was hoping to go to Orlando. But the problem with that is my daughter starts school tomorrow. And it seems a little soon to pull her out of school, go to Orlando, and try to pull that off. It would have been fun. And I hope to do it one time soon. I have family that lives nearby, so Orlando is a doable thing for me at some point. Also, if you live in Florida, I hope the storm passes you by without any major incidents. Weather's a scary thing, so I'm wishing the best for you. So let's hope it just goes out to sea, shall we? Hey, who disliked the show? I see a dislike. We're 7 minutes in. What did I do already that you disliked the show? I think I have a hater. They just like Hemingway Jones. I don't like that guy. Anyway, I'll try to win you over. I don't know what set you off to not like already. So very, very good. So I want to catch up on a few things, and then we're going to get to the main event. As we do. We can't do it all at once. We need to pace ourselves. So, you might know I was on Tom Odo's channel at Goldspot on YouTube on his live last Friday at noon. So, I hope you caught that. It's still up on Goldspot's channel. Really fun interview with Tom and with me. It went so fast. We covered a lot of interesting topics, some different things than we do on my channel. And he has some really great questions, and he's a lovely guy. So had a very nice time speaking to him and doing an interview. So very, very nice. Thanks for the likes, guys. Trying to balance out the one person that didn't enjoy me already. Some people think somebody hit it by accident. I hope so. I don't know. I hope so. Let's appeal to people's better nature, shall we? So, yep, check the interview with Tom Odo. So here's another thing I wanted to speak about. Did you catch last week's video? Cool or not cool? Looks like a lot of you saw it. I was worried about this one because it was very different than anything I put out on this channel. It was certainly the sort of uncensored me. It was me and all of my goofiness. My wife definitely brings out the goofy in me. We have a ball all the time. One of our favorite things is like, sometimes we like to watch shows if we're really tired. We'll turn on television and we'll watch something like House Hunters International, and we just make fun of everything. And it's super fun, and usually we're just crying by the end of it. So it was nice to sort of be myself entirely with my lovely wife, and you guys got to see her, and that was really, really super fun and lovely. Speaking of super fun and lovely, Lad Gardner, $25. You know, Laddie, that almost makes up for the negative dislike that somebody gave me. Thank you so much, my friend. That's very, very kind of you. So thank you for that super chat. Helps to keep the lights on. It does. Thank you, my friend. You know I love you. So cool or not cool, seems like you guys enjoyed it. I'm trying to think of similar concepts, more stuff to do with Helen, just to make it fun occasionally and break it up. There's a lot of different formats on this channel. Sometimes we're very, very serious. Sometimes we're doing like travelogues. Sometimes we're doing pen reviews. Sometimes we're talking journaling, and sometimes it's light. And that was light, and it was lovely. I had so much fun with it, and the members got to see the blooper reel. So if you think the video was fun, the blooper reel was ridiculous. I still cry when I watch that. It's so funny. And I left everything in, all the hijinks between my wife and me. My wife is so expressive. She's so quick and has a very keen intellect and is very good at making a compelling argument. So it was really fun to work with her in that way. The challenge of her was miking her. I feel like ultimately I'm going to have to buy 2 microphones because I'm loud, and as you know, and she's English and she's very soft-spoken. But I got the balance much better. I feel like you could hear her this time, and as opposed to when she came on the live a few months back. So very, very proud of that video. But here's something that kind of came up. Why is it cool or not cool and not cool or uncool? Do you guys know? There is a reason. Poetry. So cool or uncool, there's no rhythm to that. Even though it's probably pithier, it's probably more correct, but cool or not cool, you need that consonant. You need that snappy T there to lay down a hard beat to make it more fun. So that's why. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Absolutely epic video. Lad Gardner says, the downside is that she makes you giggle like you're on laughing gas. She really does. She cracks me up. But if you had seen all the cuts or had been there, there's so much that was cut out where we were just laughing, and it was over silly stuff. We were just, over and over again, just doing really ridiculous stuff. So very, very fun stuff. So great video. Thanks, guys, for responding so positively to it. If you haven't seen it, go see it now, if you would. Not right now, after this show. And enjoy it. Or maybe watch it again. I think my videos hold up to multiple viewings. Especially like the travel stuff and some of the more high concept stuff. I think you can watch that multiple times. I have to. So, as a matter of fact, when I edit my videos, I have to watch them without blinking. And even then, sometimes little typos and things get by me. It really bugs me when they do because I don't have that much storage. So I pretty much delete everything after it's made. And it's just, it lives now. It is as it is. But when I'm watching a video, I basically keep my eyes open for like 20 minutes. And because I don't want to miss a single dissolve or frame. And along those lines, what happened... Oh, I have to say this. Miss Marilyn, darling, what a nice thing to say. Thank you so much. You guys have such a cute relationship. You guys are an inspiration. Thank you so much. That is so kind of you to say. I really appreciate it. Oh, Abraham saying something along the same lines. You and Helen are such a cute couple. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys are very sweet. Thank you. Ooh, Amy Alphabet watches my videos multiple times. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to tell you a quick story of what happened recently with one of my videos. So every once in a while, my technology just doesn't work for me, and it gets incredibly frustrating. So I made a video coming up called Dark Academia Applied. That's kind of the working title. It's not what I went with. I forget what I went with, but it's something along those lines. So it's the idea of like, how do you actually apply this concept of dark academia, but very specifically to using fountain pens, journaling to better your handwriting at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. So ever since I founded this channel, I wanted to go to the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum and film. And one weekend, about a month ago, we did just that. We filmed there, and that museum means quite a bit to my wife and to me. We met there, and I wouldn't know her if it wasn't for that museum. I wouldn't be married. I wouldn't have my child. I wouldn't be in this house. Like, so much is hinged on that museum. There's also things about the museum that only I know. So, because we work there, so I know some secrets. And if you don't know the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, it's a museum in Boston that looks like a Venetian palazzo that's the site of the biggest art heist in history. So I tell that story. We go around the museum. I tell my story. I tell the secrets that only I know about the museum and a few other surprises. And you know me, I weave 3 or 4 narratives through the entire film. Now, this is where my technology let me down. So I make the film in Final Cut Pro, and I export it using the 4K exporter. The 4K exporter is called the 4K exporter. You know, they have a list of different things. There's the 1080, the 760, is it? Whatever it is. 740 maybe? I don't know. But different resolution. So I picked the 4K one, and I look at it, and it's like 3 gigs. That's kind of a small file for such a long video. This video is about 25 minutes long. So, by the way, Miss Madeline Darling asks, have I ever been in the museum alone? I have. I have been in that museum alone. I've also was able to walk around in the courtyard, which not many people get to do. So lots of fun disclosures like that in this video. Yeah, it was the unsolved art theft. Okay, it's also on Netflix. There's a documentary on it on Netflix. Might be a nice primer to my video. So it generates a file that's 3 gigs, and I upload it, and then I delete everything, which is how my work process is. And I look at the video, and it's in low res. It's not pretty at all. And I'm like heartbroken. I didn't realize it somehow at first, even though I looked at it without blinking. But I wasn't looking for quality. I was looking for mistakes. So a few weeks pass, I look at it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks terrible. And I'm like, here I got my chance to film there, and the footage looks snowy and awful. So I was very, very disappointed because you guys were going to get a subpar video. And of course, what happened was, for some reason, the exporter was set to a lower resolution, which I don't know why they call it the 4K exporter if it's at a low resolution. But that's technology. I can't argue with Apple. So what did I do? I thought long and hard, and I came up with a solution. I won't get super technical because I find this interesting. You may not. We have stuff to look at. And I have to tell you whether or not I bought a pen that I said I'd never buy. It's kind of a big deal. And we're getting there. And like, we got a few more minutes. We're going to get right on that. But what I did was I imported a version of that video and the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum back into Final Cut Pro, and I redid all the edits on top of it. So I basically remade the entire video. Then I exported it in 4K, and now it is a thing of beauty. But boy, I really didn't want to have to do that. But I had to do it because I had one shot and it had to look beautiful. So I think you guys, it's going to knock your socks off. It's so, I sound immodest, forgive me, but it is so good. I'm so proud of this. And the one I recorded at the Mount Washington Hotel. You're going to love that one too. That one's called Traveling with Fountain Pens. So Miss Madeline Darling says, did you get a hard drive? This is the problem. This might be hard to believe. I shoot using my iPhone in high res so that everything looks very clear behind me and very pretty. I like to shoot in high res. They're very large files. So my 25-minute video on the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum took up, guess how much hard drive space? 900 900 gigs. So I have a terabyte memory. My apps and things, my software takes up X amount. The video was 900 gigs. And it's something to do with how Final Cut Pro duplicates every time you stitch two things together or add something to it. I think it makes it a separate file. So these like 9 gigabyte files are huge in pre-production. So I would probably have to buy a 1 or 2 terabyte drive every 2 weeks to hold all my stuff. It's insane. So I delete them. But this time I recovered it. I just imported it and I remade it on top. And the one thing that was really I was able to do is I had you could visually see the cuts, so I could put them on top even after it was finished. Anyway, that's technical and probably boring. So let's get into fun stuff, shall we? So I'm going to tell you a story, and this is when we'll decide whether or not I did it again, like an oops, I did it again, or if something else happened, okay? So you might recall that I decided to buy a pen for the channel. Do you remember that? So I was like, well, let's have a new pen, something exciting. So I bought this, which I haven't opened yet. And this is so me, guys. I have so much stuff I buy I don't open. I told you the story of the hat I had made. Took 5 months to make it. They sent it to me. It took me 4 months to open it. That's just how I am. But I got this. And what happened was I was trying to buy this. And I couldn't get an invoice to purchase it. But fortunately, Brendan of Atlas Stationers came through for me and got me the pen. So I paid for this. This is a purchase. But lovely of Brendan to get it for me. So let's do an unboxing and take a look at this really cool Aurora Optima. Okay? I'm really excited about this one because I haven't bought a fancy schmancy pen in like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, which sounds not that long. But I'm trying to remember when I got the calligraphy nib 146. Wait a second, that was a year ago. I got that last summer, so it's been a while. But here's the big moment. Ooh, pretty. See, this is what I wanted. I wanted a slightly obnoxious pen. Oh, that's pretty, guys. What do you think? Ooh, I like it. This is called the O Solo Mio, which I'm not enamored of the name, but it is gorgeous. Look at, are those Greek meanders? They are. So Greek meanders on the cap. It says Italy proudly. It says Aurora proudly. It has some engraving on here. I can feel it with my finger. Got the piston here, so smooth. I can tell already. I barely touched it. So let's see what we have. We'll take a look at the nib. Gorgeous nib. I forget how many carats it is. I'd have to put the loop on, which I'm not in the mood to do. It looks like it says 14 karat. I think I can read that. But boy, look at the ink window. Isn't that fun? It's got an ink window right there. It's very, very lovely. Does it post? Ooh, oh yeah, it posts really smoothly. So this is fun, guys. This is a gorgeous pen. So I bought this for the channel. And I will ink it. I will review it. We'll talk about it. And hopefully it's a nice pen, because I don't really know. That's part of the fun for me. It's Gino Pagnani says it's kind of like a Dolce Vita. I think it's pretty much a clone of a Dolce Vita. But it had specs I really liked. Ebonite, feed, nice nib. I like the ink window. There's just a lot I really liked. Ooh, look at the medium. Do you see it says medium really boldly? That's cool. It's very elegant. It's very, I won't say very light, but it's not heavy. It's a good weight. I quite like the shape of this. It sort of looks like a stylized Pilot 823 clip with a big ball here. But very interesting pen. So this was bought for the channel, which is a rationalization, right? Can we be clear about that? When I say I bought it for the channel, it's a rationalization. I mean, I bought it for me, but I just want to be very clear. I am unaffiliated. I don't have a pen shop. I'm a guy who loves pens. I'm on a journey to learn as much about them as I can, and I'm sharing that journey with all of you. What I think I am very good at is journaling from a mental health perspective. I know a lot about that, and I'd like to share that with you too. But I want to be very clear about the stuff that I buy and the stuff that I don't buy. So this, I bought. And I'm rationalizing by saying it's for the channel. But I can't wait to dive in. I might fill it after I get off the air. But it's absolutely gorgeous and brilliant. But see, here's the thing. I love Brendan. Brendan is such a nice kid. He's such a good business person. He's really a good friend. I can get him on the phone and we can talk about stuff. And I can ask him questions about pens. He'll check nibs before he sends them. And by the way, this is all stuff that's open to you too. There's no reason why you can't call him and ask him questions about pens if you want. There's no special thing, except that I've known him for a while and I feel like we're friends now, which I really like. The social aspect of YouTube is wonderful. So I am very excited. Ellie J, we appreciate you taking one for the team. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and thanks for all the likes, guys. I see them coming in. Oh, I got another dislike, though. So somebody else doesn't like my video, even while I'm doing it. You know, if you don't like, just chime in and tell me what you don't like, and maybe I'll fix it. Aurora nibs are distinctive in the way they feel. Yes. Simon Grouper, shout out to Brendan. Yes, yeah, Brendan is awesome. We'll have him on the show soon. So this is a gorgeous pen. I'm going to set this aside. So the thing about Brendan is that the box is never empty. He sends things. And he's really nice about it too, because there are people that you do business with on YouTube that say, you know, kind of quid pro quo. Like, I want to send you one of our pens. Can you review it and give people a discount code and you know, maybe feature it on your channel and all that. Brendan sends me a box and just says, thanks for all you do for the pen community. You know, I just want to send you stuff as appreciation. Now, I'm sure he knows I'm going to mention it, but that's sweet. I mean, he doesn't have to do that. So it's just really nice. And this is perfect because these are the kind of things I write in when I record. I love the top flips. I love these sizes. So these are perfect for the channel. So it says high grade paper, made in Japan. I don't know how good it is, but I'll let you know. It is certainly pretty, and I really like it as a thing. So this is nice. Now Brendan just put this in the box. I didn't pay for that, so that's why I'm telling you. Very specific about that. Very, very, very specific. Okay, set this aside. Did you guys know that there is a video coming up that's being written right now on Dark Academia? Ooh, sorry, bubble wrap. So I really like the whole concept of dark academia, and I keep making videos on it, and I think it'll be a theme that is marbled through our releases as we go forward. There's one coming up where it's applied, where how do I use the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum to improve my handwriting? That's dark academia in action. That's coming up. I scheduled it, I forget for when, but sometime in September. 28th. September 28th, that airs. So I think you'll enjoy that. But one of the things I'm going to do is the top 5 inks for dark academia. Right? I've envisioned that since we did pens. So I had to get some inks to do it. Ooh, Terry Edgington. Terry, you get a shout out, by the way. Terry gave me this for my Mont Blanc Egyptomania. I've been using this almost every day. I've been carrying this to my office lately. It's so perfect. The only thing you have to be careful, you have to kind of bend back the teeth or put your hand here when you pull it out so you're not dragging it along the teeth. But I love this case. It's so awesome. It's so pretty. Thank you, Terry, for sending this along. But this is shown in the Mount Washington video on traveling with fountain pens. You'll see this. So, inks. Top 5 inks for dark academia. Brendan sent these. Some of them are perfect for that very topic. Really perfect. So, we have Lad Gardner's favorite ink. I don't know if Laddie's still here, but I have this ink because Laddie writes me fairly regularly. We do pen pals and pen exchange with Cognoscenti and Illuminati members. Laddie writes me, I like to write him back. He writes me in this ink, and I learned to love this ink from looking at his lovely letters. Laddie has amazing handwriting, and it's amazing to see him express himself with his flex pens using this beautiful, beautiful ink. And I also think there might be a dark academic association because it's autumn, and school goes back in session in autumn, so it's perfect for dark academia. What do you guys think? I see Grisel van Raben says it's one of his favorite inks. Let me put this up for you. Autumn Oak is in my top 3 favorites. Excellent. Kaylee too. Hi, Kaylee. Agree with Lad on Autumn Oak. Kate, another Autumn Oak fan. So, psyched to have this. I'm wondering which pen I should put it in. I also have something else I want to show you guys. I've been writing letters on this paper. It's from Florence. And do you see how nice orange ink would look with that? And then a gold wax seal, because there's gold in the paper too. Do you see that? So that'll be really nice. So this could be a dark academic ink. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. Hamlet, or as they say in Italy, Amleto. Essere or no essere? Questa è la domanda. So, this could be fun. I'm guessing it's kind of dark purpley blue. I don't know if it is shimmery, but it should be broody, right? Broody now is when you want to like have kids, right? It should brooding. It should be brooding. Yes, look, shimmer. Magic. It's like, it's funny. I was going to make a Three Witches analogy, and then I realized that was Macbeth. So I'm gonna tame down my Hamlet associations. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio. So, here we have it. Hamlet. So this could possibly be a dark academic contender. So thank you, Brendan, for this lovely ink. I'll be putting these into my ink library. You guys remember this? Some new colors. Here's Sailor, Illinois, which was lovely to send me that. So thank you. Thank you. And this one, too. So it'll be right in here with these. Okay. The last ink is a definite dark academic ink. Definite. Anubis. Kaylee says, you're reciting all my ink test quotes. That's good. Well, one quote I'm going to be saying tonight is, I contradict myself. Very well, I contradict myself, for I am large. I contain multitudes. Which was Walt Whitman's get out of jail free card for being contradictory. Anubis. Oh, gosh, what a great name. By the way, this might look really cool. It's shimmer, though. I don't put shimmer in expensive pens. Do you guys? Oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you something else. I'm excited for Anubis. This is a dark academic ink, for sure. So I'm going to tell you something else. I bought another pen. And I'm just owning up to it. There's no artifice on this one. I'm just going to tell you. So I think it's Royal Blue and Brass TWSBI Eco came out today. I've been wanting another TWSBI Eco with a stub nib for inks like this. So I bought that today. And I bought another Giorgio pen holder, even though Terry Eggington sent me a fantastic huge pen holder, but I need another one for my shelf. So I needed a small one that I could shelf. And I bought the new TWSBI Eco that just came out in the special color because I liked it and I needed another stub one for an ink just like this. So very excited for these inks. Okay. So that's all very exciting. That's all very exciting, isn't it? Simon says, how many likes for a shimmer ink in the Egyptomania? If you want to like super chat $1,000, I think we could arrange it, but I'm just kidding. I don't think I would risk it. I put shimmers in cheap pens. I'll put it in a Safari, a Vista. I'll put it in a TWSBI all day long. I have never put them in Kaweco Sports, but I suppose I could. I'd probably put it in a brass or bronze. I mean, you can always swap out those components. Super easy. Terry puts them in large nibs, broader, larger. Put shimmer in. But, oh, am I forgetting something? I think I'm forgetting something. So Brendan sent all this nice stuff, but the box isn't empty, guys. There's something else in the box. So to quote my previous live, what's in the box? I think I'll tell you guys. Because you've been such a lovely audience this evening. So let's have a look. This is what's in the box. And by the way, how cheeky is Brendan? You know, he watches the show. He knows what's up. He follows along. He doesn't watch everything. He's too busy. But he does watch many things that happen at the Hemingway Jones channel. Look how dainty I am. It's amazing, isn't it? Do you ever see somebody have so much trouble going through tissue paper? Look what this says. Look what that says. Look what that says, guys. Do you see that? Made in, what's this word? This is what my daughter, sound it out. Germany. That's right. What could this pen possibly be? What could it be? So, Brendan, the cheeky man that he is, lovely kid, sent this along. So I did not pay for this. So when I said I'd never buy this pen, I am still technically correct. However, I do own the pen. So when I said I'd never own the pen, I now own the pen. Which pen is it? Is it a dialogue? Do you think it's a Lamy dialogue or a studio? It's probably a Lamy studio, right? Oh, look at that. Huh. Look, what is this pen? It's a very strange pen. Wowee, look at that, huh? By the way, this is quite a thrill. It's almost like meeting your arch enemy. It's like Superman and Lex Luthor. Look at that, huh? So, there you have it. It's a well-machined piece of kit. It's also quite light. The fiberglass is very light. The way this thing is machined and milled is really impressive. And actually, the grip reminds me of a watch face. So, very cool. Very cool. So I see a lot of funny stuff in the comments. I have to go. Kaylee says, looking forward to your I Love the Lamy 2000 video. If it happens, I'd be surprised. But it may happen. Who knows? But there you have it. I wonder what nib this is. Do they say what the nibs are on them? I'm not sure. It might say it on the box. Oh, I like the ink windows. That's pretty neat. The piston is so well machined, guys. Wow. It just disappears in there. That's impressive. Let me see if the box says what the nib size is. Yeah, it's a medium. I should have figured because medium's my default. And Brendan knows what my default is. So, what was the line? Well, it was like Benedict in Much Ado About Nothing. Something, and forgive me if I mess it up, but it's like, when I said I would die a bachelor, it was because I thought I would not live long enough till I were married. And then he says something like, some Cupid lures with traps and some with arrows. Something along those lines. Well, let's adapt that to pens. When I said I'd never own the Lamy 2000, it's because I thought I would not live long enough until I had one. But Brendan sent it along. Absolutely lovely of him. Cherry Crandall says, it's for the channel. Yes, it's for the channel. But honestly, with everyone saying so much about it and it being such a popular pen, I am sort of curious about how it is to write with, how it does. I am impressed with the grip. I'm looking at it through the screen, which is funny. I'm a true YouTuber because I'm experiencing it through the screen when it's right here in front of me. But did you see the whole time I'm looking at the screen? Well, because I don't want you guys to see me turned away, but it's funny, isn't it? But it's really pretty. I'm kind of impressed, I'll say. My first impressions aren't yuck. I'll tell you a few things about it, and I'm going to bring it here so I can both look at it and look at you. The clip is a little inartful. It's a little, I guess it's brutal, right? It's cut from aluminum, I'm assuming, or some kind of alloy. Ooh, it's got nice action though. It's got nice action. It bends back nicely. I'm really impressed with how well the piston is machined, it disappears into the pen body. And when you shut it, it's as if it wasn't there. That's impressive. These little holders, these little keys that stick out, I'm not crazy about those. I can see why they're there, but I'm not crazy about them. But I imagine I'll get used to them. If I can get used to the clip on the vanishing point, I can get used to those. I'll go back to the other view so I can show you what I'm talking about. So it has these little nubbies right here that pop in and pop out. They're on both sides. And the reason that they're there is you either have to have a ridge or you need something that's going to catch the cap. I probably would have been happier with a ridge or some kind of soft close cap, if such a thing were possible. Since I've never seen a soft close cap, really, maybe it's not possible. It does go down nicely, though. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it was necessary to put those catches. You still have a line here. I wouldn't know how you would avoid it unless you had a taper somehow. But, you know, this is all first impressions. The ink view window is really cool. And I love all this. I love how the grip is done. Now, I could see you could fall right off of this pen and ink up your fingers. Maybe I'll hold it more like this when I write. And then I can use that little nubby as a stop where my finger goes. But I think I'm supposed to be here. But I rarely go where I'm supposed to be, as many of you know. Also, I feel like I could post this in full confidence and without a care. So, John Manuel says, let's do a dip test. Yeah, you know what? Let's do a little dip test. I'm not sure which ink I want to put in it. I think I want to put black in here, but I'm going to dip Jayarbon because that's what's always here is Jayarbon. So this is a moment I thought would never happen on my serious fountain pen person career where I'm writing with the Lamy 2000. Do you guys know what the serious fountain pen person career is? So while I was making Cool or Not Cool, I was trying to compose myself when my wife was cracking me up. And I kept saying, okay, I got to get in the zone. Okay, I'm a serious pen person. And then I would go. It was really silly. So I just wanted to let you know that I don't honestly believe that I'm some kind of serious pen person. Oh, okay. Well, that's a bad start, but I probably just didn't dip well. No, I dipped too well. Okay. Yeah, this pen doesn't respond well to dipping, guys. Well, that first stroke was fun. I should just fill it. But I need to obsess over which ink or I would, guys. I mean, I could fill it with one of these. But do I want Autumn Oak in here? And I don't think I want to put Shimmer in here. So. I don't want to press too hard either. Louis Little, very funny. Ask Helen if she thinks the Lamy 2000 is cool or not. I wish she were here. I'd ask her. If I had to imagine what she would say. Oh, you know what's funny? Hold on a second. I would say she is. Here we go. Nice. There we go. I think I was just not... I didn't have the right angle. What do you guys think? Is it cool or not cool? I think it's kind of cool. Anyway, so there you have it. A moment I thought would never come, but I now own the Lamy 2000, thanks to Brendan of Atlas Stationers. So incredibly generous of Brendan, and kind of funny, right? Like if you owned a pen shop, wouldn't you do something like that? I mean, I love it. I'm gonna have to send him the most kindest thank you. So just absolutely lovely. Very, very nice. Lewis Little likes the Aurora better, but thinks it's cool. Yeah, you know, the Aurora's cool too. I'm very pleased. Allie J likes it. I think it's very cool. Allie J and I were speaking earlier on Instagram, and I told you it would be different, right? I told you the explanation was a little different. Because she's like, did you really buy that pen? And I'm like, just wait till tonight. You'll enjoy the story. So I'm excited. Can't wait to dig in. You guys will get a full report. It might show up on lists, just like the Aurora. We got a lot of fun stuff, courtesy of this man. Courtesy of this fellow. Brendan from Atlas. Lovely, lovely guy from Atlas Stationers. So thanks, buddy. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Since he couldn't be here tonight, we have his avatar standing in for him. So I'm excited to dig in and find out. Okay, so let's talk about some other channel announcements and things, shall we? This week's video, I almost thought of not posting this week, but the only time I don't post, I take a break in the middle of December. I don't post anything. I think I might go live. I'll do whatever I did last year, because around Christmas, there's no activity on YouTube at all, and it's lonely. So this is Labor Day, but I have a video going up on Thursday, and it's I happen to have it right here. The brass Kaweco Sport versus the bronze Kaweco Sport. I compare them, and there are serious considerations to each. I thought that after I did a more lofty review of the bronze, where we talk more about ideas and concepts and the material, which I love that video personally. It's one of my favorites. I thought I should also do something a little more technical, just for you guys. Which ones I would choose and what the differences are. By the way, I just filmed Traveling with Fountain Pens, where I talk about what I carry my fountain pens in, which ones I bring with me at the Mount Washington Hotel. And we talk about the history of the Mount Washington Hotel. Wait until you see this one, guys. You're going to love it. The B-roll, the things that happen, amazing. But I took the brass with me. I left the bronze at home. I took the brass. So this video on Thursday, I think you'll find some value. Sometimes we get technical. Doesn't always happen, but sometimes we do. Judy Anderson. Hi, Judy. I still do not want a Lamy 2000. I can understand that as somebody who hated on it for so long. Hated on it. I don't like that phrasing. Somebody who made really negative comments about it for so long. And now that I own it, I do like the weight, and I'm curious about it. I'm kind of eager to ink it up and see. So I do appreciate Brendan sending it over. Terry Egginton. Can't wait to see that. Bronze or brass. Exactly. And we do make a call. Because the one thing in my videos, you never get that sort of political answer at the end where it's like, well, they're both great, so whatever you decide, it's all good. No, I choose which one is better. So I think you'll enjoy that. Kurt says the nib in his is buttery smooth. Tom Morley, they need a titanium Kaweco. They do need a titanium Kaweco. That would be so cool. I would really like that. Really would like that. So lots of fun stuff coming up too, guys. Thank you to Brendan from Atlas Stationers for sending this along. Incredibly generous of you. We're going to get a lot of mileage out of this on the channel. You'll see it. You're going to see the Aurora. I probably could have put Autumn Oak in the Aurora. That would have been fun. Well, if only we had more time. BJ says, brass is better because I have one. That's a good way of thinking. Whichever one you have is the best. That is a good way of thinking. So, well, thanks for all the likes, guys. And I really appreciate it. And I appreciate the super chats. Thank you for that. Helps to keep the lights on. You guys are wonderful. We're going to have some Illuminati members on the channel soon. So I think I'll put up a post in the community section, and whomever wants to do it can sign up. And then we can talk about it. Get you guys on. And we're still doing the letter exchange. We're doing Zoom meetings, and we're doing a lot of other fun stuff on the channel. So the channel keeps rolling along. We got an amazing lineup this autumn, guys. I'm looking at it almost like the writers are on strike in Hollywood. There's no new television, but you're going to have some fun, fine YouTube this autumn. I did my best to give you the best videos I could from a lot of different angles. So I do hope you get to see those and you get to enjoy it. So I appreciate that so much, guys. Well, all right. I think we have come to the end this evening. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for all your support. You guys are the best. New video on Thursday at noon, brass versus bronze in the Kaweco Sport. And we will see each other again very soon, further up the road. Thanks, guys. See you soon. Good night.